Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another NGS match. This time, I'm joined by Trabe. Hello, Trabe.
Hello, hello. How are you tonight?
I'm doing awesome. This is my third cast tonight, and I'm super pumped. We've got some really fun teams here tonight. This is going to be Division B West, and this is PFM versus Gettin Sweaty.
Yeah,
Are
this is
you
a match.
ready?
Oh, I'm absolutely ready. I'm very excited for this match. It's two teams that are close in the standings, and it's two teams that are both playing a couple substitutes tonight, which always is fun to shake things up, mess with the other team's scouting a little bit.
Yeah.
Excited to see if we get some weird stuff coming out.
For sure. I'm just pulling up those standings real quick that you just were talking about, just so everybody can see where these teams are at. I do have an update for PFM. They're actually now 5-3. They just didn't have those 2 points, those 2 wins updated yet on the site. So we've got 5-3 PFM. We've got 4-6 Getting Sweaty. So both teams, kind of like in the middle right now, looking to have some kind of breakout.
Yeah, a 2-0 for either of these teams here would do a big favor for them in terms of getting towards that sixth place cutoff for the playoffs. Both teams are hungry for a win to close out round two.
Definitely. So our first map is actually going to be on Infernal Shrines, and this is the choice of PFM. Just so everybody knows. And I'm just checking with the teams to see if they're ready. It looks like they are. So let's roll.
Yeah, both teams having some fun in the chat here so far. We talked to both the captains
Yeah,
beforehand to do the coin toss map pick stuff. Both quite the characters, I would say.
for sure. I love this. I they seemed really fun, and I think we're gonna see some really fun team comps tonight.
Yeah,
Everybody seems to be in a very good mood.
if we get four boring standard meta comps, I'm not going to be too happy. I want something weird.
In
10 p.m.
case,
on a Sunday. Come on.
yeah, exactly, right before a holiday, for sure. So it looks like, oh, thank you. I got a cheer. My Swedes just cheered 500. Thank you.
Hey.
That's awesome. Oh, and just so everybody knows, the map bands, just in case you're wondering, they're Braxis and Sky Temple. And our first band is going to be Asmodan.
Yeah, no surprise there. Strong hero, strong on this map. It's perhaps a little bit interesting to do the banning if you're the first pick team, but maybe Getting Sweaty doesn't have an Asmodan player, doesn't feel like playing that tonight.
That makes sense. You and I were looking through some of the favorite heroes for these teams before the cast tonight, but like you said, with the subs, it makes it a little harder to kind of pinpoint exactly what we might be seeing.
Definitely. Especially for Getting Sweaty, this is a team that is very comfortable flexing around who plays what anyway. They had three different players play the main tank, in just one round. So
Right.
with two subs coming in tonight off their usual roster, anyone could be on anything.
Anything goes, everybody. So we've got a Diablo band on the side of PFM, and then we've got the Deckard band, which it's never a bad idea to ban Deckard, right?
Yeah, this map has got a ton of control over the big shrine area where you're going to be having these big 5-on-5 fights. I would expect a white main ban here. PFM going with the Garrosh instead, so Getting Sweaty will have the opportunity to pick white main up if they so choose.
I know that's a hero that has really climbed quickly up the ranks for the supports in this game for sure. What they do.
Getting Sweaty taking their time.
Also, Alex Strassa could be a possibility as well, since this is such a great map for her.
It will be Muradin. Interesting. I guess with Diablo, with Garrosh off, you want to avoid the tank choke.
Somebody's very excited to be able to play your hell tonight.
Yes, this was an immediate slam.
Boom, auto lock.
You're all very strong characters, so not surprised.
Yeah.
If you want to, you're picking her up early, definitely. Will they go for the white main? Will they pick up a tank to avoid being choked?
There's the Alex.
Alex Strassa.
Huh.
Okay. So Getting Sweaty gonna have a chance to extend this tank choke going into the bans. Diablo, Murden, and Garrosh out. Johanna's still up. Would not be surprised to see a ban coming out from them after these surrounded picks.
Yeah, looking historically, they have also played a noob, although you got to be a little careful with a noob. You can't just play him anywhere. It's going to depend on what's going on the other team. But it looks like Murden and a noob have been the tanks of choice so far for PFM. Oh,
yes.
my god.
The Cho'Gall comes out.
Okay.
So,
do you think they should have waited? Doesn't that seem early?
I don't think you're going to see PFM ban it. They have played Cho'Gall in the past, so there's always the chance. But given that PFM has a support, Gettin Sweaty doesn't, I would have expected a support ban. I don't think you need to fear that. You probably could have gotten away with the Cho'Gall pick in the 4-5.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what support did they ban? And Ariel makes complete sense.
Ariel makes. Alex Strauss is out for the Life Binder.
Yeah, Alex Strauss is already out. Yep.
Whitemane's an option, but I don't think she synergizes all that much with Cho'Gall. Lily is an option that I found works pretty well. I'll be interested to see what they go in with.
So obviously, Gettin Sweaty trying to tank choke hard because we talked about the Anub, the fact that we have seen PFM play Anub and the Anub gets banned. So
yeah, I think that's the right choice. Yeah. Anub strong against Cho'Gall, a comfort pick for PFM, though it is a comfort pick for the Stroke, their usual tank player who isn't here tonight.
Yeah, plus a noob can also cocoon the Cho'Gall and cause problems, so it may actually just be to protect the Cho'Gall, who knows.
Yeah, I think it would. That or Leoric or possibly Tychus would be the ones I'd be looking at.
So it's going to be ETC as the tank for PFM, and going with a Hanzo there, and then Greymane over on Gettin Sweaty, and then they need a support.
It will be Lily. This is a pick I like to see. The Cho'Gall Lily it's not super meta, but with Alex Straza and Oriel taken out, I think it's the strongest pick. Those free drinks add up quickly when you've got a Cho'Gall on your side.
This is gonna be we said these are fun teams. We're expecting to see something fun and interesting, and man, we have not been disappointed. That's for sure. Anytime you're ready.
Rainer. So PFM has the poke. They have the damage to take this Cho'Gall down. I'm a little concerned with the Alex Straza healing. Cho'Gall is going to be more than happy to just jump in there and push everyone out the second that Abundant Circle goes down. So they're going to have to be very careful about making sure they just don't get dived on by a Murden Cho'Gall Greymane. They've got some beefy front line, but...
I don't even know what to think right now.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, yeah. I don't know. I'm worried for the ETC because every time, I feel like most times where I see ETC played these days, he gets shredded pretty hard.
Especially with Hanzo, Rainer, Alex Straza backing you up, that's not a lot of beef.
I see what you did there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course. Yes, as I intended to do. I think in the 5v5 team fights, PFM's going to be okay. Having that Urel for the additional healing, for the additional frontline, and the peel is going to help a lot.
Yeah, that's true. The Urel is going to help a lot. That's a really good point.
Until we get to those 5v5s, though, I guess it depends if the Murden or the Greymane is the solo laner for Gettin Sweaty. But I think that Cho'Gall is going to be pretty free to wreak some havoc early game. PFM's going to have to stay strong and make sure they can get those fights over the shrines where it matters, and we've got that Alex Straza.
Right. Yeah. Odin in here. It looks like we're just about there.
Do you think we'll get the Murden or the Greymane solo over on Gettin Sweaty?
I think it's going to be... I think it's going to be the Murden. I think it has to be, right?
I'm not sure. I keep convinced. The second I think of one, I convince myself it has to be the
Because I was going to say then they won't have enough damage, but I guess, like, Gall puts out a lot of damage, so I guess that could work.
Urel is going to beat Murden or Greymane in the solo lane. So you're not really worried about that matchup. You're just trying to survive.
I mean, with a 3-lane map, I mean, I guess they could do Murra in one, Greymane in the other, and have, like, Cho'Gall and Lily in the middle or something. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do.
PFM doesn't have a ton of wave clear here. Depending on what build Hanzo goes, if we get the Exploding Arrow to improve that Q wave clear at 4, they've got some. But until then, I mean, Hanzo, Rainer, etc. isn't incredible.
Right.
So if they just hard push one lane, whoever's stuck trying to defend the other lane is going to be in some trouble.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we finally got loaded into the game, everybody. Yay. So let's get our teams introduced. So on the blue side, we've got PFM and we've got Beer Brawl on the Urel, Darabo on Hanzo, Area on Alexstrasza, Zerisk playing the Rainer, and ETC will be played by Big Zwei.
Over in the red for Getting Sweaty, we've got Beast Mode 32X on Murden, Two Girls, One Sean on Greymane, Voodoo on Lily, Hound of Havoc on Cho, and Tudor on that Gaul. That will make... Is that... Howdor? Is that what we've got here?
Howdor. Yep.
Howdor.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so we've got to pause. I think I saw someone say something about someone trying to reconnect. I think it might be... Is it the URL?
Yeah, someone just... Yeah, the URL waiting to load in here.
Yep, it's the URL. I could tell because her name is, it says URL.
I'm trying to think of intelligent sounding things to say, and I kind of got nothing here. This is a weird match. I think late game PFM is going to have a nice advantage.
I'm going to go back to cams for a second, mostly because I'm afraid what these teams might type in chat.
It's not a bad idea.
Like I said, their characters are super fun people, but yeah.
Yeah, once that giant killer comes online for Rainer, and once Hanzo either gets his own giant killer or his improved scatter arrow, I think they're going to be able to shred Cho'Gall pretty well, and Lily may have some troubles keeping up at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But early game, not totally certain what they do to stop him.
Oh yeah, that is Voodoo on the Lily. The founder of, one of the founders of NGS, right?
I believe so. They've definitely got all sorts of tags in the Discord, so they're doing something right. It's the real reason to start casting. Get some more tags.
What's going on in chat? I see you, Moist Weenus, my friend. And Odd Thought, Mr. Tudor, BKL, of course.
Looks like Urel has managed to get back in. Beer Brawl spamming the chat now to show that they have arrived.
All right, are we ready?
Both teams are ready.
All right, here we go. Back to the game. Back to the action, everyone.
Oh, this is what I like to see. We've got Redemption at level 1 from Hanzo. This auto attack build Hanzo that used to be so good and then got kind of hit with the Nerf bat.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here since we have a Hanzo. I know that's a hero that you've put a lot of time in on. So
yeah, the Redemption build is my build of choice.
Okay.
Once PFM hits 16, they'll have Rainer with Giant Killer, and they'll have Hanzo with Giant Killer, and this Cho'Gall is just going to go down. But Redemption means Hanzo does have to stay alive, and this is a slow build. Until you get to 16, you're not doing a ton of damage.
Oh, for a second, I thought Cho'Gall was heading up to Urel, and I was worried for a second. But then I was like, wait, it's Urel.
Yeah, I don't know that we're going to be seeing any ganks on Beer Brawl. They do have Greymane top to match the Urel. And it looks like your theory was right. They do seem to have Murd and bot, and they're just going to hard push mid with the Cho'Gall Lily.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, it made sense to me, so I guess I'm not completely crazy.
No, I think it does make sense. When they see anybody show bot to try to soak there, that's a great indicator for Cho'Gall to move in and start doing some damage. And if nobody's bot, Murden can push in and get soaked for free.
We've got Hanzo working on the siege camp for PFM.
Revo getting it done eventually. It will get picked up there, so that'll help them out with this push mid. And yeah, you can see Cho'Gall just doing a lot of damage.
Oh wow! Up in the top, Urel was able to kill off Greymane.
Yeah, if you're playing Greymane into Urel, you're not going to get a kill there unless the Uro absolutely misplays. That's, I think, a prime wait under your towers, clear safely kind of time.
Right.
Unless you get a bunch of people rotating up for ganks, there's just no advantage to staying out there.
Cho'Gall may have gone in a little too deep here. Nope, gonna get out.
Yeah, PFM has a bit of a lockdown problem, especially until their ults come online. They're going to be able to get Cho'Gall low fairly often, but actually securing these kills is going to require some really heads-up play by Big Zway on that ETC.
Right.
Yeah, but you can already see Alexstrasza trying to get these abundances off, and the second it goes down, Cho'Gall just runs right in and starts mashing every button on anyone who's in there.
Right, it's kind of like a target, right? Here's where we're gonna be.
I'll be interested to see what build we get from the Alexstrasza. We've got Live and Let Live and Surge of Vitality. So if we get the Q talents at 7, then that's going to allow her to sort of stay back a little bit more and not rely on that abundance as much. But if we see the more traditional W build, things can get a little hairy for PFM. But at the moment, they are a half level ahead as the Shrine pops. We do see the Explosive Arrow from Hanzo. That's going to give them the wave clear, and that's going to make them a lot better at clearing this Shrine out.
Look how healthy Gettin Sweaty is.
Yeah, I think PFM isn't going to be able to probably get a lot of kills. They just want to poke with that Hanzo, have ETC make space where he can. And I guess pop the Dragon Queen on Alexstrasza and make one big push and hope it's enough. The lead Gettin Sweaty has already.
Oh, Beast Mode getting real
here.
low.
Alexstrasza Dragon Queen pop Cho'Gall so low. Hanzo looking for a little bit more.
Oh!
Doesn't finish the job.
Well, at the very least, they did chase him off the shrine. They're going to try to pick up as many minions as they can here.
They may be able to get this. Gettin Sweaty does have to get 7 more, but they are going to come in for the re-engage.
Comes Cho'Gall.
Hanzo's completed redemption. That's going to up his damage output a lot. They're all just diving into the back line. Everyone very low on both teams.
That Punisher is going to go over to Gettin Sweaty.
Yeah, they managed to get a big enough lead early that even with the Dragon Queen, PFM just couldn't really regain control.
Yeah, you saw the power of that Dragon Queen, though. As soon as it got popped, I mean, PFM basically could take over that shrine at will with that.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to really have to make sure they're on points with coordinating that Dragon Queen with the rest of all their other cooldowns. Because they've really got one shot to move in and get these kills and try to push Gettin Sweaty off. They don't take advantage of it, could be in for a long night.
Right. Right, so basically they get that entire wall in the middle lane. Oh wow,
Whoa.
Revenge has happened. We've got Yrel dropping to Greymane in the top lane.
I missed that, but yeah, Greymane, besides that one kill, could not stand. Moves in and secures a kill of his own.
Well, it seems only fair. I mean, we missed the kill on Greymane, and now we've missed the kill on Yrel, so,
That's
you know.
that's just balanced casting is what it
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
No bias here.
No favoritism.
So going through our talents, we do see Life Blossom picked up from Alexstrasza at 7. I think that's the right call. You're not going to be able to get enough out of that, out of the abundances. Life Blossom's going to give you a lot more flexibility in how you choose to approach your healing.
Right.
And we do also, looking at Lili's build, we do see that free drinks at 1, which has been a big reason that Cho'Gall's been able to stay so healthy. Because if Cho'Gall is below 50% health, when Lili uses that healing brew, its cooldown is going to be reduced from, I think, 3 seconds to 2, and the mana cost is free.
Wow.
So that's essentially just infinite free healing on a very low cooldown.
Yeah, and with Cho'Gall having so much health, I mean, that makes it do a lot of extra healing. I see that, yeah.
And a nice cleanse from Voodoo there, going to help Muradin escape with his life bot lane.
So if you're PFM, are you going after the Cho'Gall here? Are you going to try to isolate maybe a different hero? What do you think is going to be their strategy in these team fights?
Until they pick up their ults, they don't have a lot of isolation tools. They've got Yrel jumping in and pushing someone back, but that leaves her pretty open to take a lot of damage. And you've got the ETC power slide. Oh! Raynor is going to go down due to a nice jump in by Muradin.
Yeah, Big Zway did pretty much everything they could on that ETC to get the team out, but couldn't quite save the Rainer there.
Yeah, it's the squishiness of that Rainer Hanzo backline. And Murden going pretty much full damage build here as well. So if he goes in and the Cho'Gall's with him, it's going to be tough for anyone on the back line. I like the choice to keep Murden with the Cho'Gall and send the Greymane up, because it gives you... Cho'Gall has damage, but he just doesn't have the stuns and the lockdown that a Murden brings. If anyone's out of position, having Murden down there is going to let you capitalize on that a lot better than Greymane.
Yeah, that makes sense, because you can get that stun in there, like you were talking about. Finish someone off.
Ults are here for both teams. PFM with maybe about a half-level lead.
Ooh, it's going to be Haymaker for the Muradin.
Oh, I like to see this. Yeah.
Go for the throat.
Yeah, Cho'Gall is the one that the focus damage is going to have to come out on. Or, well, it's most likely going to come out on because he's a big, scary target in your face. So Muradin can go that Haymaker, can go that third wind, jump in and get some damage, punch somebody out of position, leave the fight for a couple seconds, and heal right back up.
It is going to be the Life Binder for the Alexstrasza, Dragon's Arrow, and Mosh Pit, yeah. Rainer's Raiders.
I can see the value. Oh, a big Mosh. On to 3, but no damage there. Hanzo and Rainer have both been chased out of the fight.
Oh no, that was a great setup too.
Runa Orb into Runic Blast going to pick off Hanzo. We're getting sweaty on the run here. Dragon Queen keeping everyone up and getting a lot of damage out.
Wow.
And Muradin will go down. Cho'Gall's gonna have to back off with only 15 skeletal defenders. They can't really just poke and try to steal the last few.
Right.
Alexstrasza going to go back to tap at the well. Come right back in.
Here comes a almost full health Cho'Gall. It's always scary.
If him at 30 defenders, they can just clear out a couple more. Hanzo's most of their clear is the problem, and he's not here just yet, but he's on the way.
Now he's back, and they're going to get that Mortar Punisher.
Yeah, with Haymaker and Upheaval on the side of Gettin Sweaty, this is going to be a scary move in from PFN. One step too far, you're not where you want to be.
Whoa,
there
beast mode, getting real aggressive.
Zeros punched way into the backline. He's gone. Upheaval brings in Daribo. Hanzo jumps out. The Lifebinder procced. It is going to keep him up. Shadow Bolt Volley not quite reaching far enough. Big Zwei going and trying to get some kills, but there's just no backup. Urel's down bot. Hanzo's already, Rainer already gone.
Daribo and Arya just trying to dive back behind the safety of their wall there. So, their Punisher got the wall. I mean, didn't get much of the fort, though. It was a good defense, definitely, by Gettin Sweaty.
It's going to be really tough for PFM to push into a Cho'Gall. And just Upheaval and Haymaker, you just can't go anywhere. Or you'll just be right in the middle of their team and you'll just be blown up.
Right.
You're just going to have to be so careful. ETC and Urel going to have to really do a solid job frontlining and anchoring, buying those DPS the space they need to get into that and actually get the siege damage. Urel taking some damage here. 2 goes 1 Sean moving in. Go for the throat's not up, but it's a lot of damage going out. Ardent Defender has to be popped.
Oh my god. Oh! Oh, so close with the cocktail. Damn.
Yeah, Beer Brawl just not quite respecting the amount of damage output that a Greymane can bring here. Especially we got 23 Wisdom Duelist stacks at this point.
Oh, Cho'Gall getting so low. We had the Dragon Arrow used, ETC follow up with the Power Slide, but they're not quite able to get the Cho'Gall down.
Playmaker goes out. Alexstrasza stuck in the backline. They're looking for the damage. They get it. Amash onto 2, but Daribo's hunting down Voodoo.
Oh!
Shadow Bolt Volley. Daribo low. ETC low. The Dread Orb takes him out.
Great escape by Hanzo. Oh my. Wow.
Yeah. Until they hit 16, PFM just doesn't have the tools to take out a Cho'Gall with Lily backup. I don't know who else to target because Muradin is tough to take down too.
Yeah,
And Greyman's in the
Lily.
top lane.
Everybody knows Lily's impossible to kill.
Yeah, they don't have any good targets. I think the best thing they can do is try to soak until they get those giant killers. They're very close. They're almost to 15. These fights are going to go a lot differently once 16s are picked up for PFM, I feel.
Yeah. We've got Gettin Sweaty pushing in now in the bottom lane. We want to take out this fort and then head up to the shrine. And looks like they're going to be able to do that.
Yeah. Well, they've got this XP advantage, and at this point in the game, they can almost do what they want. They want to grab 16s ASAP to make sure they can take this shrine before PFM gets 16s of their own. And 16 is here. And still in the siege camp of PFM just for good measure.
Yeah, PFM's not going to be able to do anything about it quite yet. They're trying to get themselves to 16 as well so that they can actually fight over the shrine.
Cho picking up Molten Block at 16, which you don't see too often. So they are going to have essentially an ice block there if the damage comes out. PFM doesn't have a ton of burst damage, though. It's mostly sustained. So I'm not sure how much value they'll get out of that. It does at least force them off onto a different target.
PFM just about 16, and 16s are here for them. They are ready to go in if they get the rest of their team up here in time.
Got Giant Slayer for Hanzo. Raynor holding his. But Bounty Hunter, which is... Oh yeah, I guess Raynor does not have Giant Killer anymore, but this is about as close as it gets at this point.
Here we go.
Big Playmaker onto Derrybow. Lifebinder! Oh, Xeric's so low, but Greymane can't secure the kill. Ardent Defender has to be popped just so Yrel can get out of here.
Yeah, Yrel in the middle of getting sweaty is able to get out.
Burden, but the nice cleanse from Lily is going to get out just fine. No kills yet. Derrybow getting low though. Morgan misses the Storm Bolt and he'll be just fine.
This Punisher is going to go over to Gettin Sweaty. But they did, you can tell that PFM was holding their own a little bit better in that team fight.
Yeah, they've got the damage to where these big tanks that Gettin Sweaty has can actually get worn down. Gettin Sweaty's going to have to make sure these fights are quick. They're getting the isolations they're looking for, and they're getting those picks before that damage starts to add up. Greymane back clearing top, not pushing with the team here, so probably no keep for Gettin Sweaty. But they'll likely get the wall for sure.
Yeah, here's the bait back. Dropping that Punisher pretty quickly.
Able to clear it, no problem. You can see these bombs away stacks for Gaul starting to add up. 44 stacks at this point. That's a lot of bonus damage on these rune bombs.
After damaging 20 heroes, the range and speed of Cho's rune bomb is increased. Okay, so so those bombs that we see going out are just doing massive damage now. Ooh, we've got an invade.
They're not quite there in time for the camp, but they are going to get a big stun. Dragon's Arrow goes out. Voodoo and Beast Mode low. Lily is taken out, but Aurea may
Healers
have
are
to
down.
trade him. They get the kill on Beast Mode too. That's a 2-for-1. They'd be happy if that... They're going to move out to Cho'Gall and get the kill. Xerisk just barely walking away. This is huge for
I'm
PFM.
surprised he didn't leave. It was Cho'Gall versus 4 there, but...
They were so low, I could see how you'd think just one good rune bomb. Because it has the silence now too that they're...
That's true.
So you could see... You can see the train of thought there, but just a little bit too greedy.
Or I guess it was versus 3, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, PFM 40 seconds here to do what they will. I think they're going to just sort of grab the camps, push out their lanes a little bit. I'd like to see them maybe group up and try to grab a fort, open up this map pressure some.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
A little bit of XP. They could get 20s first for this next shrine pops. You know they'd be happy.
Yeah, they have now gotten ahead in experience. They're winning the race to 20 now. Good job taking out the well.
Greymane has now completed Wizened Duelist, getting the full 30% bonus on basic attacks. Gaul with 51 stacks of bombs away. That's 250 bonus damage on that Runic Blast.
Wow, it's critical that the members of PFM try not to get hit by that.
Yeah, it's just both of these teams are very, very deadly at this point. Any fight
Oh
is just
boy.
going to be brutal for both
Speaking
sides.
of which, here we go again. Got
Taking
to
the fight
invade.
before PFM can get to 20. Getting Sweaty wants the engage. Dragon's Arrow. Mosh hits 3. Everyone but Cho'Gall. Can they get the damage? No. Hanzo and Rainer driven out of the fight again, so no follow-up. Alex Straza taken out by Greyman in the backline. Cho'Gall low, but getting out.
Cho'Gall down. Hanzo finishes off Cho'Gall. Beast mode on the Muradin.
Our defender popped. Getting Sweaty trying to back out. I think both teams just going to lick their wounds at this point.
So
I'm not totally sure how that Cho'Gall died. Honestly, that must have just been a scatter arrow.
Yeah, that Hanzo just kind of just toed to toed with him and just kept shredding away. It looked like.
Oh, yeah, because Giant Slayer for Hanzo, it hits on the basic attacks. It also hits on Scatter Arrow.
Okay.
Each hit of Scatter Arrow, a bonus 1.5% of that maximum health as damage. You've got 5 bolts. That's
a
probably
lot.
10% of Cho'Gall's hit points right there if you can hit him with the whole blast.
Right.
Very nicely played by Daribo on that Hanzo to see he can take that fight and walk out alive.
Hey, it looks like PFM is going to actually pick up, I believe, their first finisher of the game, right?
I think they had one other
Oh,
one.
that's
but
right.
They didn't get much out of it.
Right.
But they're looking to get a lot out of this one. And they're actually going to stall out that 40th one to make sure Alex Straza is here.
All right, all 5 members PFM moving up with the Punisher. And they do have a talent advantage, like you said.
You've got to be looking for a keep here. Maybe a quick pick can get you game, but it's the same. That same upheaval haymaker combo is ready to go. You can't step out too far. You'll be isolated very quickly.
It's going to be about 8 seconds till Mosh is available again.
What are you looking for? The engage? Just circling around. Beast mode going in.
Only catches Uriel. Uriel jumps right out from the upheaval.
But in trouble. Went in a little too deep. Didn't get the haymaker.
Yeah, Muradin falls. That's keep. Can PFM get more?
Punisher is getting low, and there's obviously a Cho'Gall. A big runic bomb going to get Daribo very low on the back line. Punisher does go down. Shields are all still up. Greyman's going in on the back.
Oh.
Alex Straza low, but Greyman can't quite finish the job. Will Cho'Gall move in to try to get Alex Straza in the Hanzo? No, just going to back off for now, defend the core. PFM's moving back in. They want to end now.
Yeah, they might be able to. Huge stun.
Big stun.
Beautiful power slide.
The Icebox does come out. Still up. Lily doing their best. But the shields are down to 50.
Hodor!
Cho'Gall's too low. Our defenders pop Lifebinders out. 25, 20. And no one's responding for Getting Sweaty.
Oh!
That's going to be game.
My. PFM pulls it off. They defeat the Cho'Gall and they take game 1.
Yeah, they did an excellent job. When they had their comp, they knew they had to play the late game. So even though they were getting picks a little early, they made sure to keep that XP, keep the XP even. And then when they were able to take one big fight at the end, just snowballed it from there. Getting Sweaty, getting a little bit too greedy there at the end. And a nice response by PFM to close the gap, get those pickoffs, and secure the win when they had the advantage.
For sure. So I've got the end game stats pulled up. It was very even as far as kills, 11 to 10. So that was quite even. And man, yeah, look at the healing from Alex Straza. That's a ton. Mm-hmm. And like you said, Uriel as well. Yeah. I thought the ETC play was excellent in this game.
Yeah, I mean, early game having some troubles for sure, but that into a Cho'Gall Muradin, you're gonna have some troubles.
Yeah.
Big way to get out of this game with only 2 deaths, playing pretty much solo frontline for most of the time into a scary comp like that. It was well done. Excellent job peeling for the Hanzo, only 1 death, peeling for the Rainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a good coordinated effort by PFM. And getting sweaty, yeah, with those isolations and with really that gray main dive, you've got to go in all at once. If the Murd and the gray main and the Cho'Gall all go in at the same time, it's a combo you can't really deal with. But if their coordination isn't quite there, anyone that goes into it early can just get blown up once PFM hit their 16s and got that Giant Slayer ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, you were saying all along that was going to make a huge difference, and you were 100% correct. So, good call there.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see. I was excited to see Cho'Gall. I was more excited to see Redemption build Hanzo. I played that for like 6 straight games last season. I haven't had quite the same success ever since the nerfs, but PFM saying, hey, we don't care. Dairy Bill's jumping out there anyway, doing a great job with it.
Yeah, it definitely worked out for them. Especially because, like you said, the beginning of the game, it was not looking good. It felt like whenever PFM came up against that Cho'Gall, I mean, they just couldn't make anything happen. Like you said, they didn't have enough follow-up.
Yeah, it's scary to draft a late game comp into a Cho'Gall, because normally Cho'Gall loves that late game. It used to be once he hits 16 and gets that sustain in the unstoppable on his surging dash, he's just unkillable.
Right.
But since that nerf, it's a little more manageable. So PFM did a good job recognizing their win condition there and saying, hey, we're going to go all in on this Cho'Gall shred late game, and we're just going to do what we can early game and try not to feed too much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they played it perfectly. It had to stay patient and just have faith that everything would come online in time for them to turn it around.
Yeah, a lot of teams into a Cho'Gall, you'll see them say, it's Cho'Gall, we got to have Leoric, we got to have Tychus, we got to have Malthael. And they pick all the Cho'Gall counters, and then they look and go, oh, wait, we didn't draft like a team. We just drafted some Cho'Gall counters, and there's no synergy here at all, and they get blown up.
Yep.
PFM resisting the urge, putting together a very strong
That is a difficult urge to resist.
Oh, yeah. I slam Tychus. The only time I play Tychus is against Cho'Gall, and then I go, wait, I'm terrible at Tychus. Why did I do this? I just died like 8 times. This was a huge waste of my team's time.
You're like, no.
Moving on to Battlefield of Eternity.
Yep, so Battlefield of Eternity, and this is the map choice for Gettin Sweaty. Update our score. Got PFM with a 1-0 lead. Let's see if the teams are ready. Yeah, looks like we're ready to roll right into game 2. So let's do this.
Let's go. I think you'd normally expect to see a Hanzo ban on this map. I would doubly expect to see a Hanzo ban after Daribo's play last game.
I definitely agree. Hanzo is able to shred that Immortal so hard on this map.
And this is a map that PFM has had some success on this season. They like that Hanzo, they like the Vala, they like the Artanis.
Right.
So they definitely seems like they go with the strong Immortal Shred race strategy. See if Gettin Sweaty lets them have those picks or tries to play a more macro game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see that Artanis picked a little earlier maybe than we might expect.
It's a very strong map for him. Especially after sort of that rework and buffs brought him a little more into the meta. He's definitely a good pick to grab early here.
Diablo. No Diablo.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So last game there was no white main pick or ban at all.
Right.
And the Cho'Gall obviously kind of skews that a little bit. I'm interested to see if neither team really has any interest or fear in white main.
Yeah, I mean, this is unless they go Cho'Gall again, which is not impossible. I mean, Cho'Gall gets played on this map relatively often. I feel like whenever I see Cho'Gall, a lot of times it's on this map.
They just slam the Cho'Gall in the 1-2 here and just say, let's do this again. We don't care.
Bring it.
I would not even know how to feel about that.
They did take out that Uriel. It did seem to cause them quite a few problems. And yeah, I guess I was right saying we were probably going to see Artanis earlier than we thought. That's the first pick for PFM.
Deckard's still up. Asmodan's still up. A lot of people don't like Asmodan on this map. I like Asmodan on every map. So I would be considering him at least, though. Getting sweaty, perhaps not so much. Is Deckard.
Yeah. By the way, thank you, Moist Weenus, for those 69 bits.
I appreciate that he could just give a lot of bits once, but instead of choosing them to parcel them out.
I like that.
Like a little candy trail.
Exactly.
Sorts.
It's exciting.
A little nice reinforcement.
All right, so they are believing in that ETC. We are going to see PFM playing that ETC again, and this time with Vala. I'm assuming we'll get that Monster Killer Q build Vala here.
I would expect to see that. With Greymane, Vala, Artanis, and Hanzo out of the pool. I'm not sure I don't know that Getting Sweaty can do an Immortal Race strategy.
They might not be able to. They could go more of a team fight strategy, though, and then just try to come over, get picks, and win the Immortal that way.
With Deckard Murden, I think that's sort of what this draft is tipping to for them. They want to go in and hard engage.
So, could we see maybe like them pick up something like a Jaina? Or
could absolutely see a Jaina or a Kael'thas. I could see even grabbing another tank like a Garrosh or something and just really getting that stuns in that front line that lets you just wait in.
Taking out the Genji. Phoenix.
Could be the Phoenix Jaina. A combo we've seen a lot of to this point. Zarya. Huh.
I can't remember the last time I saw Zarya played in a match I casted, actually.
So if I'm recalling Zarya's talents correctly, or I guess just how Zarya works correctly, she's not going to be great at the Immortal Burn straight up because she's not taking damage to get that energy. She's much more useful in the PvP sort of close encounters team fights where she can just shred everyone with that auto attack.
Maiev and Stukov are going to round out the comp for PFM. I like the combination of the Maiev with the ETC.
Yeah, I like PFM's draft a lot here because you can't really engage on them. They've got Immortal Burn. I am not certain about Getting Sweaty's draft.
They're going more poke.
At all.
Yeah, they're going more poke.
Yeah, and you can't really... I mean, the Immortal's going to go down so quick, you're not going to have an opportunity to poke. You don't really have that hard engage with just a Murden. The Deckard helps. You don't really have a strong macro play. It's not like you have incredible wave clear or siege potential. I'm interested to see how they're going to play this. Because they took the draft in a different direction that I would have done. But I'm in Div C and they're in Div B. So I'm willing to cede the point that they may have a plan here that I'm just not seeing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I try to go into most of the games I cast in that way, thinking, well, maybe I'm just not seeing how this is all going to work together. And sometimes you definitely do get surprised.
And they do have this Vala and Stukov are both squishy. The Maiev has a lot of survivability, but not all that many straight hit points necessarily. I can see how you can get into a situation where Phoenix has gotten everyone low, Zarya's gotten everyone low, and Li Ming just goes on a tear. If they can get those team fights set up like they want to, I can absolutely see how they win them.
Right.
I just don't know that big front line of PFM is going to give them the opportunity to with the engage tools that they have. All
right. Well, your guess is as good as ours, everyone. And here are your teams. On the blue side, we've got PFM. It's going to be Beer Brawl on the Artanis, Arya on Stukov, Darabo on Vala, Zarisk playing Maiev, and Big Zwei on the ETC once again.
And over in the red for Getting Sweaty, we've got Beast Mode 32X on Muradin, Tutor on Deckard, Hound of Havoc on Zarya, Voodoo on the Li Ming, and Two Girls One Sean picking up the Phoenix.
You see both teams sending 4 to the bottom and 1 to the top, which is pretty standard.
See, for Phoenix into Artanis, I don't expect either one to super walk away with that. As long as Phoenix backs off smartly and doesn't let Artanis get through too much pure health, I'd expect it to be pretty even. Yeah, down bot, we're just going to have Maev looking for those big engages to pull in the Zarya, pull in the Li Ming, and get some damage out.
Yep, see the ETC power sliding in. Ooh, beast mode, having to leap away. Hound of Havoc on
Just
the
barely getting out.
Zarya. Wow.
So Gettin Sweaty is absolutely doubling down on this poke comp. We've got Demolition's Expert for Zarya to improve that particle grenade damage over time. We've got Third Wind on Muradin.
Oh,
so rather than going,
wow. What a combination by PFM right there. Wow.
Great Stukov lurking arm there, and a great pull in by Xerath. But Li Ming gonna pick up the counter kill and respond. Voodoo may be a little too deep there, looking for Berry Bow. Oh, the big shot! That's the
baited.
Zarya special. If you just sit there and let her charge up, she'll shred you in no time.
Very true. Up in the top lane, we've got Artanis versus Phoenix. Not a whole lot going on up here quite yet.
So yeah, as I was saying, the Gettin Sweaty talents, they're going into the poke strategy with pretty much every character. Into his Stukov, it's going to be tough to drain his mana.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be able to heal the whole team up pretty respectfully. But if he can get people though, obviously all that poke is going to set up for these big Li Ming combos.
Absolutely. Li Ming could definitely go off if she gets the chance. The key is getting her that chance.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Xerath on the Maev starting the siege camp, but I think is going to have to back out of that.
Beast mode sniffs it out. Big Zway taking some damage, but should be just fine.
So we've got Immortal spawning in 8 seconds. We've got ETC overworking on the Bruiser camp for PFM. Getting Sweaty, not working on their Bruisers. Looks like they're gonna move up and just start right in on the Immortal, maybe?
Yeah, given the burn
Yeah,
that
they
PFM has, well, they might sniff out this Merc camp. Beast mode going fishing, but with no backup, he's just gonna have to walk off. Yeah, if they want to try to be able to win this race, they need to be on the Immortal starting at ASAP. So it makes sense if you're a little behind on the Bruiser camp, maybe just go try to get some burn.
PFM just sending Artanis in with that amateur opponent is just shredding through that Immortal up there.
Yeah, Artanis is more than enough, and Phoenix has to go bot to clear up that Bruiser camp. The rest of PFM happy to just play defense.
Already at halftime.
Again, Sweaty needs to get a pick here, and they need to get it quick with this Immortal spawn. Otherwise, PFM will shred down their Immortal in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, it's already just about down.
They pushed him off a little bit with a nice Deckard root. Oh, a nice swap. Derry below. They're looking for it, but they can't quite get the kill. Beast mode gets collapsed on. Hound of Havoc gets collapsed on.
Oh, Hound of Havoc is going to die.
Yeah, it's they saw everyone low. They moved in, but Stukov with that bio kill switch, able to bring them up high enough that they just couldn't secure anything.
I love the placement of the lurking arm by Arya, doing such a fantastic job just splitting up Gettin Sweaty.
Yeah, Arya's been doing a great job so far this game. If they continue playing at this level, it's gonna be tough for Gettin Sweaty to find the kills they're looking for.
Oh, Phoenix just escapes by teleporting away at the last second.
Beast mode coming in with some stuns, putting out some damage, making some space for his team to start working on the Immortal. Artanis is just pushing bot though, increasing that experience lead that PFM has.
Right.
Phoenix is gonna have to go down to match.
Yeah, otherwise they're just gonna get too much of a lead. Hound of Havoc
isolated.
And
very nice engaged by Big Zway. This Immortal still has half its health. Likely going to get this fort. Maybe a little bit more.
That's pretty good for a first Immortal. I mean, they got a
Not
fort.
bad at all.
Pushed all the way up towards the keep wall. PFM, gonna grab this siege camp.
As you suspected, Vala moving in on that full puncturing arrow quest and the vault reset. Just get that maximum burst damage.
Yep, she's up at 11 of 20. What are our other stacking quests here? Muradin needs some more hits with Stormbolt. Phoenix is at just 12 advanced targeting.
Oh, a beautiful lurking arm there to stop.
Oh,
and a
followed!
Nice power
Oh
slide.
my god, that was so nice. The way that Big Zwei held that power slide just to the last second to make sure Phoenix was not able to get away.
Excellent communication there to make sure that kill gets secured. PFM rapidly closing in on 10 here. Getting sweaty, looking for a fight before it happens, though.
Another beautiful power slide silence combination.
Yeah, this is clearly a practice comp on the side of PFM. These mighty of pulls directly into the lurking arm. And power slide the second anyone tries to get out. We've been seeing it all game, and I think we're going to keep seeing it.
Yeah, it's pretty brilliant.
PFM reaches 10s, while Getting Sweaty still looking at 8.
It's going to be the Purifier Beam for the Artanis, Flailing Swipe, Rain of Vengeance for Vala, Warden's Cage, and Mosh Pit. That's scary.
Yeah, this is very scary for the side of PFM. I'm hopeful that we won't see any flailing swipes out of all the other CC.
Oh, I know. Isn't that the worst?
That's always the scariest part of playing Stukov is knowing that power that your ult has to disrupt. But if their communication's been on point, and if that holds, there's gonna be some hard engages on the side of PFM. They've got a lot of burst damage to follow it up.
PFM shredding through the Immortal.
Without their 10s, Getting Sweaty just can't move in. They've got Phoenix top. I'd like to see someone bot soaking down there and clearing up that Bruiser camp too. This Immortal's probably lost already.
Mm-hmm.
Big swipe onto Voodoo.
They also have a camp to clean up down there too. Beautiful kill onto Li Ming.
This is a scary composition PFM has put together, and they've been playing it well. Getting Sweaty Getting Sweaty gets their ults. They're gonna have a much better time defending bot down here. So it is a full health, full shield Immortal coming at them.
Yeah. They're gonna need all of these. They've got Avatar. Gonna be Lorenado. Warden's Cage. That's just the Phoenix, followed by a Mosh Pit.
And unfortunately, there is the swipe out of the mosh pit.
Yeah, that wasn't ideal, but you know.
Mm-hmm. But it looks they're all, well, for now they're all alive. Sarah's gonna Big Sweat getting out. So they've got everyone up. They've got a full health, full shield Immortal to push with.
This is Graviton Surge, by the way, for Zarya.
Pull into the Rain of Vengeance. The Purifier Beam secures the kill. Oh, and Zarya pushed into a lurking arm.
Wow.
This is a 4v5 for PFM. They have Artanis pushing bot, or pushing top, and they're still securing these kills.
Yeah, what they're pulling off right now is pretty amazing. Like, the timing of it all, like you said, and the communication required in order to do what they're doing here with these Maya pulls into silences. And, wow.
I was gonna call them out and say I want to see Artanis bot so that you could maybe get a pick or two, but clearly they're 2 levels ahead of me already in their thinking. I'm stuck here playing 2D checkers
What
while
great
they're playing 5-dimensional chess.
I know, right? What great reaction by the Vala to get that Rain of Vengeance out, like, perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Still, both keeps up for Getting Sweaty.
Yeah, I mean, considering everything, that's not a bad defense.
Yeah, they've been doing well. The Zarya in these sort of team fighting situations can get the energy and get that really strong AA damage. Phoenix, obviously, great damage, great clear.
Ooh, Artanis could be in trouble. Yeah, he realizes and backs right out.
Mm-hmm.
Good awareness by Beer Brawl there.
Yeah, when the whole team is missing, taking a siege camp alone, not the safest of choices.
We see
With Havoc
PFM
out.
setting up again.
At this point, I think getting sweaty. What they're looking for is they're looking to get 13s as quick as possible and then just take a fight. They're not going to win fights over the Immortal with all the shred that PFM has. So they need to be getting picks. They've got the Graviton Surge. So this is good setup for Phoenix and Li Ming to really get in there and put out the damage. They just need to find a good opportunity for a fight and make it happen.
We've got PFM. They're just going to go ahead and push in on this keep gate. Tudor may be caught out, and Lornado is going to save him.
Nice Lornado there. Going to save his life, but oh, they do secure a kill.
Yep, Purification Salvo takes out Vala.
Warden's Cage used just to disengage. PFM moving back in though, maybe. Look, Mosh Pit comes out.
I think PFM is going to need to just back out here. They're getting a little too low to...
Yeah, with no Vala, they don't have the kill potential. And Xerath that low doesn't want to go back in. Big's Way in some trouble here.
Yeah, Big's Way is going to be sacrificed. So this is perfect timing for getting sweaty, too.
Yeah.
With
This
the
gives them their
Immortal
13s.
spawning.
Gives them a chance to move in and get some damage. They're going to have to move fast. PFM is going to be happy to take this trade still.
Murden doing everything he can to disrupt PFM off of that Immortal. Trying to
ETC
give his
still
team a
down.
shot.
Getting Sweaty can get another fight here before ETC gets back into the fight. And keep this
Oh.
lead going. Graviton surges out.
Only catches
the
one. Beast mode yanked back by Maiev. Stunned and silenced by Stukov. Beautiful combination.
These lurking arms just not letting Getting Sweaty set up or do anything they want to do. They're just constantly being disrupted.
See what happens here, because they have kept Phoenix back working on the Immortal.
Roll on Phoenix. There's the silence, but he'll be out just fine. Sweaty has a chance here. Arcanus is going to take him a little while more to finish this Immortal off.
Yep, Artanis over shredding the Immortal. Meanwhile, Getting Sweaty trying to get back in and just get that little more damage they need, but
Oh,
Li Ming's down.
yeah.
Phoenix is down.
There it is again, the pull directly into the Warden's Cage, into the lurking arm. It's just a practiced. It's just a combo that Getting Sweaty doesn't have an answer for. Unfortunately, they don't have a hard cleanse. They don't have that much front line to really get in there and protect people once they've been swapped or pulled out.
That was probably the best chance Getting Sweaty had at getting an Immortal. I mean, I guess the good news for them, it's a very low shield Immortal.
It's true. All five of them are up and able to defend here. They've got a full healthy keep. It's going to be tough to defend this, though, with the wall already gone. And 16's on the side of PFM.
Very. Immortal moving in. Missed swap by Artanis. Keep is down. Still about 3/4 health. Immortal moving in onto the core.
Yeah, PFM looking for a pick here, potentially. Purification
Xerus.
Salvo's out, though. It is interrupted.
Oh, Voodoo's gonna fall on Li Ming.
Hound of
Shields
Havoc
coming off of
low in
the
the back.
core.
Down to 60. PFM is just moving in.
They're
They
going
only have to
for
buy
it.
some time.
They
Phoenix
are
is down.
going for it, Trabe. There's the
A big
lockdown.
mosh.
Mosh catches 2, and this game is going over to PFM.
Yeah, very well played by PFM again. It's just this combo, this CC chain. They look so comfortable on it. Just had no problem getting the picks they wanted over and over again. Getting Sweaty, just not quite. I'm not sure if they just quite didn't get the draft they wanted, or weren't expecting perhaps such a hard engage from PFM.
Yeah.
But just not quite able to deal with it with a Li Ming Phoenix for damage. They just don't have the counter engage. PFM comes on them every time. They don't really have a way to save the person who gets isolated, and they don't have a way to secure the counter kill.
Right.
On such a healthy team, they can't get them low enough for Leeming to get the damage through.
Yeah, looking at the in-game stats so everybody can see what Trabe's talking about. 15-4 in kills in favor of PFM. Just
Yeah.
really well played. I definitely can't wait. I'm hoping we can get an interview with Beer Brawl because I can't wait to talk about some of these combinations.
Yeah, for sure. You can see the damage both these teams did is roughly even.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that PFM's damage, very focused, very targeted on one person for an instant blow up. Getting Sweaties is a lot of Phoenix, Plasma Cutters, a lot of Leeming stuff being thrown out. Just spread damage that Stukov can heal up.
Yeah, that was very impressive. Why don't we move up in Discord real quick so that let's head to lobby 1. That way we can get an interview in
All right.
with Beer Brawl. Oh, Beer Brawl's game can't crash. There you are. Hello. How are
Hi.
you?
I'm okay.
You're okay. What do you mean you're okay?
Where'd that
Well, I had a
energy
lot of
go?
caffeine today, and it's coming down.
Are you
real hard.
Are you crashing hard right now?
I'm crashing so hard. I don't know how I played.
Well, you guys won, so there's
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I guess we're 4 for 4 tonight. That's great. But yeah, that game was both of those games are really interesting. Though they were great players, and I think we have a lot of fun together.
Yeah, those were very exciting games. I think I liked game 2 a little bit more, but just because there were some really impressive things going on, which we'll definitely get to. But let's start off with game 1. So game 1, we're on Shrines, which is your map pick. So did you did you get the heroes you were hoping for there? Were you able? What happened when you saw the Cho'Gall? Like, what did you guys think there?
You ever hear the joke about the captain needing the brown pants? That was me. That was me for sure. But we had to play it by ear there because we were very, very unsure what to do with Cho'Gall. You never really see Cho'Gall in competitive matches.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
But I think we came around and figured it out pretty fast.
Yeah, so Trape and I were talking about how a lot of teams panic and they immediately go into the Leoric and the Tychus, and then they realize, we don't really play these heroes. Why did we do this, But you guys went a different direction. You went into, what was it, Hanzo and Raynor, right?
Raynor,
Yeah. Really what it comes down to for us is we discuss all of our stuff in-game very heavily. It doesn't matter if you can throw us a random comp and we'll find a way to get around it. We're very meticulous in our drafting discussions.
Nice. That's awesome. So definitely the Hanzo and Raynor pickups were
Calculated.
to counter. Yeah, calculated. Yeah.
100%, sure.
Totally calculated, as the saying goes.
So in that game in Shrines, for a while there wasn't a whole lot you guys could do versus the Cho'Gall because you didn't have the lockdown you needed, but definitely things started coming online like when you really needed them towards the end of that game.
Oh yeah, but I'll tell you, that Greymane beat me up.
Oh, were you the Yrel?
No.
Hey,
That wasn't me.
you got him one time too.
I got him in the beginning, and then he was like, all right, man. All right, I got you. And I started getting beat up. Turned my space goat into space lamb.
Yeah, you guys had a pretty epic battle going on up there for sure.
He broke my horns.
So were you guys getting at all concerned in that game, or did you keep telling yourselves, we're just waiting until we get level 16, that's when, we're really going to be able to counter this Cho'Gall a lot better? Were you guys just trying to kind of be patient there and wait for that?
Oh, we were a roller coaster of emotion that game. To say the least. We were like happy, then we were salty, and then we were happy again. They were like, oh my god, just end the game right now! And that's kind of how it went.
I've got a request to show talents. I'll do that while we're still have the stats up.
I can't wait to watch this replay. I'm just saying.
There are the talents. That's for you, Ash Bash 1916.
Hi, Ash Bash 1916.
All right, so you guys end up being able to pull off the win in game 1. So obviously you're feeling really good. And you're going to BOE for game 2. And based on some of the heroes that we've seen that you guys like, you must have been pretty happy to see BOE as the second map.
I mean, we're used to it, but we're practicing a lot more maps than that. Like, once you're used to something, you just move on. So we just knew what to do. But I mean, we'd like to see some more variety coming out of the game at some point today, or in the next rest of the season? Question mark. I don't know, man. I need more coffee.
I don't know if you should have more coffee. Because when we talked to you earlier, you were really hyper. Now you're like, ugh.
Watch my last cast. You're going to hear, like, I remember my last cast, my interview, there was a guy in the chat that was like, is he on cocaine?
And don't answer that question on stream. I would advise you.
Yeah,
answer it.
Don't do it.
No, I wasn't. It was just a lot of coffee.
That's funny. So going into game 2, I figured you guys were gonna pick the Artanis. I don't know if we expected you to pick it first, but you just wanted that Artanis. I mean, it ended up being fantastic for you guys with the shred on the Immortal. So that was kind of your game plan. Looked like get the shred, but you guys didn't just get shred. You also put together a comp that was pretty amazing in team fights.
It's just that we meshed together so well. We could throw together a lot of comps and it'd be fine. But yeah, Artanis is a good guy for that map in all reality. There are the ones that I play on that map just because I don't want to get bottlenecked into it, but he's definitely a good one. As for the rest of the teammates and the choices, like I said, we discuss our synergy heavily. Like every second during our draft is just pure talking, you know?
Right. Yeah, and I want to call out your Stukov player, Arya. Mm-hmm. Those lurking arms were so gross. Like, they were perfectly placed. I mean, allowing your Maiev to pull people into the silence, and then Big Zwei on that ETC just waiting and coming in with the power, swooping in with that power slide, like right when it looks like the person's finally going to get out of the silence. It's like, nope.
Yeah. Even more than that, Arya is just an amazing person. Like, in general, you have no idea. I wish I could speak on it, but yeah, her and Zwei are like the dream team.
Yeah, no, it was great. I really noticed the lurking arms from the Stukov and just the perfect positioning of them, like leading perfectly or, splitting up the other team perfectly. Just, it really was nice.
Yeah, I wish I was like half the healer she is. She's probably the best healer I've ever seen.
Well, it's a good thing she's on your team then.
Exactly, because if she wasn't, I'd be salty. Or saltier is a good word here.
But yeah, it was pretty amazing the fact that, a lot of times you see teams pick up shred and then they're a little bit lacking in the team fighting, but it seemed like you guys were really firing on all cylinders tonight, and the combinations, because it took all of you, doing your part of each of those combinations to secure those kills. It was like the Stukov silence and the Maiev pull and the power slide and Vala just following up with the Rain of Vengeance and just tons of damage. It was really fun to watch.
If it was any more choreographed, we'd be breakdancers.
Trape, do you have some questions for...
Yeah, there's one thing I'm curious about.
The answer's no.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much. There we go. That's my only question. So there's this new character come out. I don't know if you've heard of him. Her name is Whitemane, and I'm terrified of her, and everyone I talk to is terrified of her. And you guys just say, we don't care. We're not going to pick her. We're not going to ban her. We don't care. I'm curious to hear why you seem to have such a different opinion than most of the people that I talk to.
Well, it's not that she's not broken. Blizzard, if you're listening, I hate you. It's just we're confident in our kill. We pick something, we could die. It's just the way it goes. If it doesn't go that way, it's going to go with somebody else. So if Whitemane's an issue, that means we're the issue.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
So you're saying you feel like even if their team had picked Whitemane, you guys should be good enough to play around it?
I feel like if they pick anybody, we should be good enough to play around it. If we're not, we're going to be that way eventually.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Some confidence coming out.
I like it. Right?
Okay.
I wouldn't say confidence, but I'd definitely say determination, because we want to be the best. We want to come back next season. We want to be in Storm.
Awesome.
Yep.
I
Tonight
love.
puts you much further on the way to that dream for sure.
Yeah, definitely seeing some
Rocking
good things.
performance.
I love the determination and the confidence that your team can get there. That's amazing. I mean, definitely showed us some great playing tonight for sure.
Yeah, I hope it entertained you guys a little bit at least, or
It
at least for watching.
did.
Absolutely.
We had a wonderful time. Thanks for asking.
Well, great. That's what we do it for. You know, honestly, I've been playing this game since alpha, and I've always wanted to do something like this, so I was kind of nervous. And then Arya messaged me one day, said, "Yo, let's do NGS," and I was like, "But I'm sleeping."
The best excuse, of course.
Oh,
Right?
funny. So, do you have, before we let you go, start celebrating and drink some more coffee or whatever your plans are? Do you have any?
I'm gonna have a celebratory nap, just so you know.
Nice. Do you have any shout outs or anything you'd like to say before we
Yeah,
let
of course.
you go?
First and foremost, to PFM, you guys are my family. Thank you so much. Other than that, Military Gaming League. I'm part of the Military Gaming League. I'm actually the Navy branch manager for the entire thing. We are also an esports kind of deal, also a community for veterans. And we have our own foundation we have set up for veterans in need. So please check us out, donate whatever you can, so we can help more veterans out there. It's
a great
militarygamingleague.com.
cause. Wait, say that again. I think I talked over you.
Militarygamingleague.com. Honestly, they helped me. Recently, I was a homeless veteran, probably a couple months ago, and they helped me raise $1,300 so I could actually get a home again. And now I'm living in Tennessee with a good job and everything. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best things I've ever seen out there for veterans is Military Gaming League. You know, we give a community for people to be taken care of. We foster family and friendship, and we also give veterans a place to be veterans because not everybody's comfortable with the way we are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just an all around amazing thing to have.
Yeah, it sounds like a really noble cause, and people definitely should be supporting veterans for sure. So
we do some stuff.
So what's next for the team? When's your next game? Do you know?
We have not scheduled that yet. I've had like 3 people come at me and say, "Hey, man, why aren't you scheduling with me?" And I'm like, "Because I like sleep." No, honestly, it's because I work 14 hours a day, Tuesday through Thursday.
Oh wow!
I just haven't had time yet.
Yeah.
And yesterday I was just at boat races all day in Tennessee, so I look like Mr. Krabs. But then I'll start scheduling tomorrow. That's fine.
Awesome. Well, we definitely wish you the best of luck. I can't wait to see what more you guys have in store for us because you were so impressive tonight. So good luck.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I wouldn't be surprised to see you in the playoffs. Sure.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And
No.
Mr. Trabe, I like your face.
Oh, thank you. I've worked pretty hard on it, so I'm just glad to.
Oh, that's funny. Well, have an awesome night, and hopefully we could do this again sometime soon.
Oh, absolutely. I'll see you guys later, okay?
All right. Bye.
Sounds good.
Yep, bye.
Wow. Just cool people in this league, you know? I
Yeah,
mean,
all
I
around.
feel like every time I do an interview with a captain, I just find out the coolest things. I mean, here we've got, a captain and a team helping out veterans. I mean, that's awesome, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We got 130 teams or something this year, and all of them got cool stories to tell.
They really do. And so if you do watch these casts, I mean, not just mine or anybody's, definitely listen to the interviews after because they're always super interesting, I think, anyway. So, with that being said, Trabe, thank you so much for joining me and casting tonight. I really loved having you.
No, yeah, I'm happy to be here. Now you had the big triple header of casting tonight.
Yeah,
so.
this was my third cast tonight, and I feel like it went really well. I still have my voice, so that's good.
Yeah, if you can talk and you can close your eyes, and it's not just like little Artanuses and Rainers running around. I think after 6 games, you got to be calling that a win.
For sure. And Trabe, where can people find you if they want to see more of Trabe?
You can find me on Twitter at @WheatSheepOr. You can follow my team, Arrogant Nephilim. We are currently top in Division C West, but we got some close games coming up in round 3. So once those are actually scheduled, you can find out on the team schedule and watch us play.
Definitely. Aragonepulum, always fun to watch for sure. You got to represent the West.
Absolutely.
And for me, you guys can find me at SwingTime Gaming on Twitter and here on Twitch at twitch.tv/SwingTime. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining us tonight in Twitch chat and really in all the matches that I casted tonight. Thank you guys for your support and for coming out and checking out these great NGS matches. And with that, that is going to be a wrap. Thanks, everybody, and we will see you next time. Bye.